Tonight, the ferry drifts toward a small chocolate shop, resting alone on its floating dock, where warm lantern light glows softly against the dark sea. Inside, cocoa melts slowly beneath tall windows, and the air carries a quiet sweetness out across the water. So settle back now and let the night unfold, slow and sweet. The hull moves forward at an even pace, water parting cleanly along its sides. Broad swells lift the ferry and lower it again without changing its course. The horizon lies low and level, dividing dark sea from darker sky. A narrow band of lantern light appears ahead, resting close to the waterline. As the distance closes, the glow separates into steady individual lights. The ferry continues toward the settlement at the same unhurried speed. As the ferry closes the last gentle stretch of water between itself and the waiting platform, the warmth ahead gathers more fully in the air. No longer just a distant glow resting against the dark horizon, but a presence that begins to settle softly into the cool night around you. The glow ahead remains low and steady, resting just above the waterline. For a time, nothing else changes. The sea remains open on all sides, dark, level, undisturbed. Then something subtle shifts in the air. Not in sight, not in sound. A faint sweetness drifts across the water. So light at first, it feels almost imagined. Warm, soft, rounded. It arrives gently, then thins again as the air moves on. The platform ahead is still only suggestion. Lantern light gathered close to timber. The sweetness returns, steadier now, less uncertain. There is depth to it, not sharp like raw sugar, not bright like fruit. Something darker rests beneath the sweetness. Cocoa warmed slowly, milk held just below simmer. The glow widens by degrees. What was once a narrow band begins to separate into distinct lantern points along a wooden edge. As the ferry closes the distance further, the chocolate shop settles clearly into view first. Its roofline lifts gently against the dark. Tall windows rise in narrow vertical panes, holding warmth behind the glass. A small wooden overhang frames the entrance, sheltering the door beneath it. Light rests inside rather than spilling outward, contained, steady. The sweetness deepens again, caramel now, softened sugar meeting heat and holding its color. Near the front window, a narrow shelf becomes visible beneath the glass. Small parcels arranged in even rows. Folded paper, twine tied cleanly, placed with care. Low outlines sit farther back in the dark. Not one structure, several. The surrounding settlement rests behind and around the shop, its buildings arranged along connecting walkways that drift outward over the water. Their lanterns burn dimmer than the shop's front, lower, more subdued. No single building competes with the warm presence ahead. The chocolate shop feels like a hearth within the wider village. No figures cross the walkways. No doors open. Lanterns along the outer docks burn steadily without flicker. Beyond the farthest buildings, the sea stretches open and unbroken. The entire village floats within darkness on every side. Amber reflections lengthen across the narrowing water between ferry and dock. The scent now feels anchored, present, complete. Cocoa, warm cream, a trace of vanilla beneath. The platform boards sharpen into clear timber lines, lantern posts set at measured intervals. Everything rises and settles together with the tide. Shop, walkways, distant dwellings, sharing the same slow rhythm. The chocolate shop remains the warmest point within that quiet arrangement. Not brighter, simply fuller in tone. The final stretch of dark water narrows to a calm corridor edged with amber reflection, and the approach continues without urgency as ferry and platform draw into gentle alignment within the hushed, floating settlement. As the ferry glides through the final, quiet feet of water and draws gently alongside the outer edge of the platform, you reach for the small brass bell near the cabin doorway and prepare to let its tone carry softly across the dock. You let it sound once. The note travels outward in a rounded, unhurried arc across the narrow stretch of water. It does not echo. It simply fades into the wider quiet of the settlement beyond. No doors open in response. No footsteps follow. The village remains at rest. Water folds gently between hull and timber as the remaining inches of distance close. The platform rises and lowers with the tide, aligning naturally with the ferry's height. When the moment feels even, you guide the rope outward. One steady cast. It lands across the mooring post without force. You draw the line inward slowly, hand over hand, removing slack without tightening too quickly. The hull shifts closer by inches, then settles. You wrap the rope once around the post, then again. No sharp tug, no strain. Just enough tension to let the ferry rest alongside the dock without drift. Water brushes softly against wood beneath you, the sound low and even. The sweetness in the air feels nearer now, not stronger in volume, but closer in source. Cocoa warmed gently, milk held just below simmer. You lift a small lantern from its hook near the cabin door and step toward the platform edge. You wait for the rise of the swell to meet the dock's height. When it does, you step across, board to board. The dock feels firm underfoot, yet carries the slow buoyancy of the tide beneath it. The lantern light you carry stays low, casting a soft amber circle that moves with you along the planks. Behind you, the ferry remains still, rope secure, hull aligned parallel to the dock's edge. Ahead, the chocolate shop stands beneath its small wooden overhang. Up close, the warmth inside the windows feels thicker, less distant, more held. A faint line of condensation rests along the lower panes, where cool night meets interior air. The sweetness shifts again, deeper now, more layered. Caramel beneath cocoa, a trace of vanilla folded into cream. To your left and right, short docking stations extend toward neighboring buildings in the settlement. Their lanterns burn lower than the shop's front, respectful of the hour. No movement crosses those walkways. No voices carry outward. The village remains hushed around the warmer center of the chocolate shop. You move toward the door, each step measured, unhurried. The boards beneath your feet show the faint sheen of oil and care, maintained against salt air. Near the entrance, the narrow display shelf beneath the window is clearer now. Wrapped parcels rest in even rows, paper folded cleanly, twine tied without excess. The scent rising from within the shop rests fully around you now. Not drifting, not distant, present, warm, contained within these few boards of space. You pause briefly beneath the overhang. Cool night air at your back, gentle warmth through the door ahead. Your hand reaches for the latch. The metal feels balanced from the warmth just inside. For a moment, everything remains still. The ferry resting beside the dock, the settlement quiet beyond, the sea stretching dark behind it all. Then you press the latch down gently and allow the door to open inward, just enough for warmer air to settle outward into the night. As the door closes softly behind you, and the coolness of the dock fades gradually from your hands and shoulders, the warmer air of the chocolate shop settles around you, holding the room in a steady glow that feels contained and unhurried. The light inside feels different than it did through the window. Closer, thicker, softened by warmth held in timber and stone. Lanterns hang at measured intervals along the walls, their glow low and amber, never bright enough to cast sharp shadow. The air holds the scent fully now. Cocoa, warm cream, a trace of vanilla resting beneath it all. It feels rounded, complete, as though it has been stirred for a long time and allowed to settle into itself. The room is smaller than the night bakery, more contained, more intimate. At the center rests a wide marble slab set into a sturdy wooden table. its surface pale and smooth beneath lantern light. The marble holds a faint coolness that balances the warmth in the air, a quiet counterpoint. Along one wall, shallow trays rest on open shelves. Some hold glossy dark chocolate just beginning to set. Others carry rows of molded shells waiting to be filled. The surfaces gleam softly, reflecting lantern light in muted curves. No harsh shine, only satin warmth. Copper pots hang from simple hooks near a low warming stove. Their rounded sides catch and soften the light, glowing gently without glare. A small wooden stool rests near the center table, its legs worn smooth from repeated use, its seat polished by time rather than varnish. Glass jars line a narrow shelf near the back wall. Cocoa nibs, ground chocolate, measured portions of sugar, each sealed with cork and labeled in careful script. Nothing feels crowded. Everything has space around it. Air moves freely between surfaces. You set your lantern down at the corner of the marble slab. Its glow joins the others without changing the tone of the room. For a moment, you rest your palms lightly against the stone, cool beneath your skin, steady. The warmth in the air wraps around your shoulders, not heavy, just present. On the table beside you, a shallow bowl of melted chocolate rests near the center, its surface smooth and dark, reflecting lantern light like still water at night. A wooden spatula lies across the rim, clean, ready. Nearby, a small tray of empty molds waits in even rows. Shells shaped simply, squares, crescents, rounded forms, nothing ornate. The room carries no urgency, no ticking clock, no hurried preparation. Only warmth, only patience. Outside the walls, the settlement remains quiet. Inside, the chocolate holds its gentle heat. You lift the wooden spatula slowly. Its edge slips beneath the surface of the melted chocolate. You draw it through once. The chocolate folds over itself in thick, silent ribbons. Not fast, not forceful, just a slow turning motion that keeps the warmth even. You pause, allow the surface to settle smooth again. Lantern light rests across the bowl's curve, amber over dark, warm over warm. You begin again. One slow draw, then another. The scent rises slightly as the chocolate moves. Deeper now, more pronounced. Still gentle, still contained within these walls. The marble slab waits beside you, cool, balanced, ready to receive. You tilt the bowl slowly and allow the first ribbon of melted chocolate to fall in a thick, unbroken stream onto the pale stone. The marble receives it without sound. It gathers into a dark pool at the center, thick, glossed, heavy with warmth. For a moment, you do nothing. You let it rest there. Let the surface smooth itself naturally. Then you take the wooden spatula and guide the chocolate outward, not pressing hard, just encouraging it to spread. The warmth meets the coolness of the marble. The change is subtle. The shine softens slightly. You draw the chocolate forward in one long motion, then gently back again. Forward. Back. The movement is steady, measured, never hurried. The chocolate folds over itself in slow ribbons, each pass leaving a thinner layer against the stone. Its scent rises a little deeper now that it has been disturbed. Cocoa warmed fully, cream carried within it, a trace of sweetness rounding the edges. Lantern light catches the surface as it moves, amber sliding over dark gloss, then softening as the sheen turns satin. You gather the chocolate inward again, drawing it into itself, allowing warmth and coolness to meet gradually. Nothing abrupt, nothing sharp. The room remains quiet around you. Copper pots still, shelves undisturbed, lanterns steady on their hooks. Only the slow glide of spatula across marble. Only the quiet shift of chocolate under your hand. You spread it thinner this time, a wider motion, a longer arc. The marble holds its calm coolness without resistance, receiving, balancing. The chocolate begins to thicken by degrees, not stiff, just less fluid. Its surface now more satin than gloss, more depth than shine. You pause again. Let it settle. Then gather it inward once more, folding the outer edges toward the center, bringing everything back together. The scent remains warm, but no longer drifting outward. It feels contained within the room, held gently between timber walls and lantern glow. You lift the chocolate carefully and return it to the bowl. The ribbon falls more slowly now, heavier, more deliberate. You stir once, then twice. The surface smooths, balanced between warmth and coolness. Nearby, the waiting molds sit in quiet rows, their shapes simple, unadorned. You lift the bowl again and begin to pour, a measured stream into the first cavity, then the next. Each one filled just enough, no overflow, no excess. The chocolate settles naturally into the corners of each shape, leveling itself without force. You lift the mold slightly and tap it once against the marble. A soft contact, not sharp. Tiny air pockets rise and disappear. The surface becomes smooth, unbroken. You continue along the row. Pour. Settle. Tap. The rhythm repeats without variation, without hurry. Lantern light rests across the filled molds, warming their surface while the interior slowly cools. Amber across dark brown, soft glow against satin finish. Outside the walls, the settlement remains quiet. No change in tone, no disturbance in the air. Inside, warmth holds steady. The marble cool beneath your hands, the chocolate gradually reaching balance. When the final mold is filled, you set the bowl down carefully, not abruptly, just placed. Your hands rest lightly on the edge of the table, feeling the faint, retained warmth in the wood beneath your palms. The scent has softened now, less bright, more settled. The trays of filled molds wait in even rows, their surfaces smooth and reflective beneath lantern light. Nothing rushed, nothing unfinished. You slide the first tray gently toward a quieter section of the table, where it can rest undisturbed. Then the next. Each movement deliberate, each placement balanced. The marble slab remains faintly cool beneath your fingertips, not cold, not warm, simply steady. The room breathes in its own slow rhythm. Lantern glow, held heat, settling chocolate. And the night continues without urgency as the filled molds rest quietly, cooling by degrees beneath the amber light. With the trays of chocolate resting in even rows beneath the softened lantern light, and the warmth of the room held gently in timber and marble, you move toward the side table where the sheets of wrapping paper have been stacked in careful alignment, ready to be lifted one at a time. Nothing changes quickly here. The night continues at the same measured pace. The paper feels smooth beneath your fingertips, not glossy, not thin, just firm enough to fold with precision. You lift one sheet and lay it flat upon the table, smoothing it once across its surface so it rests without curl. Behind you, the trays remain undisturbed, chocolate settling by degrees, surface darkening slightly as warmth releases. You return and lift the first cooled piece from its mold. It releases cleanly into your palm, solid, balanced, holding its shape without effort. For a moment, you feel its gentle weight, neither warm nor cold, simply set. You place it at the center of the waiting paper, the positioning exact but unhurried. One side folds inward, then the opposite side follows. The edges meet neatly along the top without overlap, without strain. You turn the parcel once in your hands, and fold the remaining sides inward with the same calm motion, pressing lightly along each seam so the shape holds. The paper softens at the corners, adapting naturally to the square beneath. A length of twine rests coiled beside the stack. You draw it out slowly, measuring by eye rather than rule. One loop around the parcel, then a second. The twine crosses at the center, and you tie a simple knot, firm enough to hold, loose enough to untie without tearing. The finished parcel rests briefly in your palm before being placed into a shallow wooden box lined with folded cloth. You set it down with space around it, no parcel touching the next, each given room to rest. Lantern light settles across the wrapped surface, warming the pale paper to a gentle amber tone. You repeat the process with the next piece. Lift, center, fold, turn, tie. The rhythm is steady, but never mechanical. Each movement allowed its full length. Another sheet of paper opens beneath your hands, another square placed precisely at its center. The folds align cleanly, edges meeting without correction. The twine tightens gently beneath your fingers, and the knot sits flat against the paper. The wooden box grows gradually fuller, a quiet collection forming, row by row. Nothing hurried, nothing delayed. When the final piece is wrapped, you smooth the cloth lining lightly between the parcels, ensuring none shift when the platform rises and settles with the tide. Your hands remain resting against the edge of the table for a moment, feeling the steady warmth held in the timber. Breathing lengthens without instruction. Inhale. Exhale. The room feels complete now. Chocolate tempered, molds emptied, parcels resting in ordered rows. Lantern light continues its quiet glow across marble and wood as the night holds its calm balance around the small floating shop. The lantern light remains low and steady as you move back toward the center of the room, taking in the quiet order that now rests across every surface. Nothing asks to be adjusted. Nothing calls for correction. The marble slab has been wiped clean. The wooden spatula rinsed and set to dry. The copper pots hang undisturbed along their hooks. You reach toward the nearest lantern and turn the small wheel slightly, lowering the flame by a careful degree rather than extinguishing it. The glow softens. Shadows lengthen gently along the upper beams. Warmth remains, but more contained now, held close to the work tables and shelves. You lift your own lantern from the corner of the marble slab and pause once more near the wrapped parcels resting in their lined box. The paper sits smooth. The twine lies flat. Everything finished without excess. For a moment, you simply stand within the balanced air of the room, neither fully warm nor cool, neither bright nor dim. Then you turn toward the door. When it opens, the night greets you softly. Cooler air slides inward as warmer air drifts outward, blending briefly at the threshold before settling into place. You step back onto the dock. Board meeting board with quiet certainty. Behind you, the chocolate shop glows through its tall windows, its light gentler now, but still steady. Across the surrounding walkways of the settlement, lanterns remain low and respectful of the hour. No movement crosses between buildings. No voices carry over water. The sea stretches beyond the outermost docks, dark and uninterrupted. You walk the short distance back toward the ferry, your lantern casting a soft circle that moves slowly across the timber planks. The rope remains where you left it, wrapped twice around the mooring post, holding without strain. You untie it in the same calm sequence. One loop released, then the next. The line slips free without resistance and returns easily to your hand. The ferry drifts outward by inches, creating a narrow ribbon of dark water between hull and platform. You step back aboard when the rise of the swell aligns naturally with the dock's height. The lantern is set back onto its hook near the cabin doorway, its glow joining the softer interior light. From the small window, the chocolate shop rests at the center of the quiet settlement, its windows warm against the surrounding dark, contained, peaceful. The ferry continues to drift slowly away, distance widening without haste. Lantern reflections stretch thinner across the water, amber lines growing softer as space increases. Inside the cabin, you settle onto the narrow bench. The wood supports you evenly as the hull resumes its steady rhythm above the tide. Water brushes gently along the side of the ferry, a low, even sound, consistent, calm. Beyond the window, the chocolate shop grows smaller. Its glow blends gently into the lanterns of the settlement. Nothing disappears suddenly. Nothing fades at once. The platform remains steady. The walkways remain still. The windows hold their warmth. The ferry moves into open water. Inhale. Exhale. The horizon lies low and level. The sea remains patient beneath the hull. And the chocolate shop's glow softens into the night.